Okay, hello, and thank you for stopping by. Some people were wondering about the supplies that I usually use. So let me just start off with my paintbrushes, okay? Well, actually, no. Let me start off with my light. And this is why this did not happen, like, immediately when I was asked. It's because I was waiting for my new lighting to come in. When you are painting, it is a great idea to paint in as close to daylight as you can get. Because if you are painting, you know, like in the soft yellow lights, then your art is going to look different if you change, well, and it always does. It's like, have you ever looked at your wall in the living room? Like, for example, I have, well, you can't see it because you're pointed down, but I have what's called Irish mist painted walls, okay? And at different times of the day, it looks different colors, okay? Sometimes it looks like it's gray, and sometimes it looks like it's very, very, very light purple, okay? And sometimes it just looks like it's a plain white wall, okay? And it all depends on the lighting, right? So, you know, it's just, painting in what equates to daylight is just better, at least in my opinion, okay? So, you know, Amazon, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, whatever, you know, LED light bulbs are awesome. I got some 60 watts for the equivalent of a 60 watt in the LED daylight bulbs. And I mean, the ones that I got, if I were to use them 3 hours a day, every day of the year, each bulb would only cost me like $1.08 to run. And I'm not even going to use them that much. So, hey, I actually did. I switched out all of the lights in my house, but I didn't have daylight ones in here previously. I had the soft. Anyway, so my paintbrushes. All right, I use, and I purchased these, you know, not because of the name brand, okay? I have the Premiers because that was what was available to me when I was looking for a new set of brushes, okay? By all means, go up to the craft store, feel the brushes, see how you like them, okay? But I for anything that's 8 by 10 and under, size-wise, when I'm painting for watercolors, I use these 4 brushes, okay? I have the 1-inch angle shader, and you don't have to get the angle shader. You can get the flat, that's fine too. They just didn't have the 1-inch in my size when I went in the flat when I went in there, okay? And these are very soft. Feels like a little makeup brush, okay? They're synthetic. All right, but this is the 1-inch angle shader. And I have a 2/0 fan blender, and this is for doing grasses, trees, clouds, moving water, whatever. Super fun. Gotta have one of these. It's the itty bitty one. I also have the 0 liner brush. It's kind of long, and you know, it's for doing little grasses, tree branches, going around, you know, edges and stuff, fine details. And then I have the tried and true and handy number 6 round, and there are some paint sets that will actually come with this, so you might end up with extras. This paint set actually did come with one. I'm not sure where I put that extra one. It's floating around here somewhere. So I guess that moves us to paint. I use what's on sale. You know, some people are paint snobs, and I'm just not. I will say I love Yarka. Yarka paints are fabulous. They're a student grade paint, and they are fabulous. I also like Prang. They're good. You know, they're really, really nice. Or, you know, Reeves, whatever you can get your hands on. The only thing I run across that I really don't like are, and some people are going to think I'm crazy for this because they are kind of neat. It's the pearlescent ones. I don't know. I've well, if you use it sparingly, it's okay. But I've seen people ruin a painting with too much sparkle, you know? It's like, anyway. But no, buy what's on sale. I like to get these case ones because, you know, I could take them with me when I'm going somewhere. My brush, my thing, grab a pad of paper, I'm out the door, water bottle, whatever, you know? So, I mean, but buy what you can afford. The only really huge difference is, you know, the amount of pigment that is going to be in your paints. You know, student sets are going to not be as pigmented as professional sets, and that's true in watercolor, acrylic, oils, whatever, okay? So watercolor in tubes, you need some kind of pan or a wet palette, which you can make out of wax paper and a wet paper towel folded in between it, right? All right, so where am I? Oh, hey, I am so serious. This is the most handy thing I have. See, for paintings, do not remove from office. Otherwise, you know, the kid will take off with it. I went to the dollar store, grabbed one of these. Get one that does mist, you know, that you can turn down to just mist. Super, super useful if you're trying to wet something, if you're doing wet on wet. Much easier than trying to like, just to get your paper wet. You could just and be done, right? Okie dokie, so let's see. Oh, have a whole lot of paper towels. I ain't lying. I'm just not. Just keep rolling your office. And, oh, where is it? One of those magic erasers. I am so serious. I do use the magic eraser. Hang on, look, I have a piece cut off here. If you make a mistake, right, like here, you can just dip your magic eraser and then come over here and erase your mistake. I am not joking. You gotta have magic eraser. Just, you know, it comes in the, you know, it's like that big. Just cut a piece off. Super useful. Super, super useful. And, oh, this stuff, the regular blue painter's tape. Okay? Awesome for, like, blocking out an area. To keep it from, you know, being painted. I mean, you could do trees, rocks, stones, whatever. Whatever. Look. Put that there. Look, I just tore them in half, right? And, well. And then you can, like, paint around this guy, right? Make sure it's all down. Like there's trees around him and brush, right? Oh, look, it can be a mountain. Or look, it can be a stone, right? But here's the point. The point is when you go and pull it off, after it's dry, don't pull it off until after it's dry normally. After you do, you have that blank space and then you can come back in and color it whatever you want. The alternative to that is this stuff right here called Frisket. Now, if you're going to use this, I recommend having a separate paintbrush because this stuff will tear up a paintbrush. Serious, it's basically like, it's like liquid cement, okay? You remember that stuff from school? And it was like snot? Yeah, that's this stuff. Don't ever shake this. If you need to stir it, but do not shake it because you will put air bubbles in there, and that is so bad. Let's say you wanted to, I don't know, just Again, we'll get back to this one because we're already using it up. You wanted to just like leave these light areas in your water or whatever, right? So you put that on and you let it dry. Like so. You would let it dry all the way. Me, I'm just going to jump the gun here. And you would come through here and go ahead and just paint right over it, right? This is great for doing, you know, little pieces in your waves, sparkles on your water. You can cover whole areas if you, like, you're doing like a flower or something, you know? And just cover the flower and do the entire outside and then, you know, come back in and gonna wait for this to dry real quick, right? But you can come back in and, you know, take the frisket off and, you know, do the center and it'll be fabulous. That way you don't have to worry about like accidentally painting a puddle with the background, right? Because then you'd have to go in and try and fix it, which is not always, you know, great if it's a very small area. So then you come in here and you just run your finger over it to get your frisket off. And there you go. You have, you know, these preserved areas on your paper for light. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So if you have something you want to trace onto your canvas or watercolor paper, you can get this stuff, the wax-free transfer paper. This pack came with a white one, a graphite one, yellow, blue, red. You know, it's just like if you trace with a you know, back in school. I'm like, yeah, back in school. So like you've got, you know, a pyramid here, and then you would, right? Well, you don't have to. You could just put this stuff down and put your picture over the top. You know, let's say, there's my picture. You know, and so I would just trace over it like so, and then, booyah, it's right there. So the tracing paper, super, super, super handy. Let's see, have I gone over everything? Oh, hey, serious, hair dryer, your best friend. In between, so you don't have to wait for stuff to dry. You could dry it yourself. Am I missing anything? I'm sure I am. Let's see, I went over the lights, the paintbrushes. Oh, I didn't go over the type. Okay, paper. Don't use the mixed media paper for watercolor unless you're really good. Okay, 200 series. It's great for practice. Does not hold a lot of water. It's very smooth. It'll buckle and ripple really, really easily. I'm using the Strathmore papers because that's what I have available to me on a consistent basis. And that's why I use it. I've tried other ones, but, you know, those have not failed me as of yet. I haven't tried any of the very fancy papers. I can't afford them. It's ridiculous. You know, if I was to sit down and be doing something fabulous, and I knew I was going to ahead of time, then yes, I would do that. But for our purposes and having lots of fun, you don't have to be expensive. You just have to be, right? 300 series is, it's kind of rough. Hang on, let me show you what I mean. This is rougher. You see how it, see how the paint kind of goes into the grooves? Yeah, it's got grooves to it, but it's great paper, by all means, 300 series. And then we have the 400 series, which is smoother than our 300, obviously. is a little thicker and holds a lot more water. And when you go, you have, you know, the smoother surface like was on the 200, but it's there we go. I don't know if you can see those three. So 200, 300, 400. I like these two better. I will use these also. It depends on how much water I'm going to be using. Okay, so painter's tape, Frisket, paint, brushes, hair dryer, water bottle, paper towels, lights. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I use, right? I mean, sometimes you'll see me come out with something weird like, you know, a quarter of a teaspoon, right? To activate my paint or whatever. It's handy. And yeah, that's it. That's all I generally use. Oh, no, it's not. I take that back. Thank you. Watercolor pencils. I am not joking about this. They are so handy. You don't have to like get expensive or anything. Get what you can afford, okay? But look, if you need to like come back in and like add like a detail or some grasses, you could do that with your watercolor pencil. Then come in here and just, you know, why is this brush? Oh, somebody I know is using my brush. Somebody's short. Anyway, so you can come in here and not let your child into your office so that they can mess with your paintbrushes. And you can, you know, add your highlights or whatever, just like using these instead of like going back over stuff again and again and again, right? Look, I just, you know, you could do your drawings or whatever and then, anyway, so that's it. And I hope that was helpful. But no, I mean, try different things out. That's how you find out what you like, right? Awesome sauce. Have a great day.